Hey, good morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning, everybody. I'm Steve from Mac Cattle Model Hobby. This is my weekly um, Model Cars and Coffee, hosted by Paul from Left Coast Model Works. Um, Gonna be probably a short one today. I don't have a lot, but I do officially. Here's my coffee. I made a little bit of progress. It's been pretty hot up here. I'm going to try to get some more work done today while it's early enough and it's cool enough. So I got a few things I got to button up a little bit here. But I've got a couple going at the same time. So I don't know. I can't remember if I showed this last week or not. But I'm working on that dump truck and I do have the body all put together. Tailgate opens, Uh, It does need a little another coat or two of primer. I ran out of primer. I'm waiting for it, so that's assembled pretty much. So I still got to do the rails for the frame and where it mounts onto the cab. So that's coming along. I do have a lot of. Once I get everything painted, I'll go around and do all the color I want it, and then I'll go around and do some touch up stuff that I need to do. Highlight a few things here and there. I have finished the interior. That's all ready to go. Dash is in, steering wheel's on, seats and all that are painted. So that's all ready. That one's pretty much done. So I have been accomplishing some things anyway. So yeah, so I got to continue on that. I think while I'm up here today, I'll probably uh, work on the rails that I need to put it on the frame. And my frame is together. I need a few more coats of paint on it. I possibly may do that today. I'm not sure. Uh, yeah, so pretty much I did order the primer. Um, I ordered two. I ordered the Mr. Mr. Hobby 1000 primer, and I also ordered the 1500 primer. I guess that's a good final primer from what I've read up on. So I'll be all set for primer for a little bit, so that's cool. Um, I don't have. Yeah, I'll probably get a lot more done today. The body be just about done, and then once all the paint's done, it's just assembly, getting everything together. So hopefully, it's going to be pretty hot again this week. But I'm hoping, we get a couple cool days or a cool nights, and I'll get up here and I can get caught up and get it done. I'd like to have it done in a week or two. Again, I don't rush. I get to it when I get to it. I'm just trying to do better on this one than I have the previous. So I'd like to get better in each one I go. And I got to jump back on the bulldozer. I got to paint. I got the tracks primed. I'm going to paint them, I think, a steel color. And I have to paint the blade yet. I painted it already, but I'm going to paint I think I'm going to paint the arms of it the same color as the bulldozer itself. Um, you know, uh, I have painted a coat on the blade. It's hard to see, I guess, but I like the way that come out. That looks pretty good. The sides, I'm not sure if I'm going to leave them this color or if I'm going to go with the yellow. I don't know yet. I'm not 100% made up my mind. And the other thing I got to build is the digger that goes on the back of the bulldozer and get that painted. And then once I paint the tracks, uh, I'm going to get all of it together. Again, it comes to assembly, get it all back together, get it together. Put the blade on. I'm going to put the trencher out on the rear, the tracks on, and then I'll start playing around with weathering it, making it look like it's a used machine, older machine. That's my goal. And then once that's complete, then I'll start working on the base for the diorama. It's going to be like a construction site. It's funny, we got a couple of them going on over here, so I'll probably stop by. They're building a Costco down here, not too far from where I live, and they've got it all. They're doing all the excavation and all that right now. So I may go take some pictures of that to get some ideas. I mean, they got a pile of dirt over here. They got bulldozers. They got all kinds of machinery. So that'll just give me an idea how I want to lay it out. Um, I kind of want to lay it out so it looks like the bulldozer's done some work. Um, I'm going to build a mound of dirt. Hopefully, get the bulldozer pushed it all up there. That's the plan. It's not going to be anything crazy. Going to be a lot of dirt, and then I'll put that in there. So I may even down the road use the dump truck as something coming in, bringing gravel in, or taking dirt out. One of the two. But that's down the road a ways. Um, I've got the ideas in my head, and I try to jot some down because my memory's not that great. So as I think of them, I do take notes and try to do that. So that's the plan for the bulldozer for sure. And I'm getting very close. Once I get the tracks painted and then get them mounted, then it's just about finishing colors on the blade and the trencher. So we're there, and then we'll do all the weathering. I think that's going to be fun. I've done some research on that, seen a couple of videos on how they do it. I bought the weathering powder, that kind of thing. I've seen how to use that. Get a bag of dirt, gravel, sand, whatever, so I can add it into my diorama. So yeah, that's coming along, and I'm pretty pleased with it so far. Um, I'm really happy with some of the dump truck, all of the dump truck. I've learned a few things. I've watched some videos and learned even more, and I'm trying to use those techniques a little better. Um, I think I'm improving. And my first couple models probably too much glue, and then not having it just right. So now I try to slow down and make sure it's going to work. You know what I mean? Fitting the parts dry and all that. Uh, Taking a little more time of cleaning the parts that I can. So yeah, I feel pretty good. I feel like I'm getting better, and I think each mile is going to improve. And hopefully, I'm going to work on that 56 Crown board Ford Victoria that I was gifted, and hopefully, like that'll be, I don't know, 4 or 5 models in that maybe I'll be able to do a really, really cool job on that. That's the plan. I want to get better with everyone I do, and none of mine are going to go in shows. They're basically for me to see, and I show it on my channel. Yeah, it's going to have some flaws, but I watch a lot of guys, and I'm not alone. I mean, even some of the I know there's a few guys that do perfect stuff, um, but there is a few guys that really do nice stuff, and they show mistakes that they made and how they had to go back and strip the paint or fix this part or that part. So I don't feel so bad. I feel confident that I can get pretty good at this. Hopefully, um, I'm going to spend as I get older and things slow down more. I'm going to do more and more and more of this building. I'd love to spend a day up here working in my shop, and I probably will through the winter because I'm not a snow person. I don't like the cold, so the room will be warm, and I think I'll spend hours up here. God knows I've got, thanks to the community, I've got plenty of models to build, so I can just reach back and grab one. And I've got 2 major ones going right now, but once these are done, then I'll have like 2 more or 3 more at a time that I'll do. Because I enjoy that. I enjoy going, and it helps me be more patient. Like I'll work on the bulldozer, and I know the glue's got to dry, and it's got to settle in a little bit. So then I'll set that aside and work on something else, and that works for me. And it doesn't give me, I don't feel pressured. I do not feel pressured when I'm working on 2 or 3 models because I just go from one to the other to the other. Excuse me, but it works for me. So that's cool, and I've almost got like a production line set up in my shop, and I really like it. So I go from here, then I go to the paint booth, then I go to the hand painting, and then I got my cleaning station for my air gun. So I think I got a nice setup. I'm happy with it, and I'm just going to keep improving. Hopefully, that's the plan. As long as I enjoy it, that's all that matters to me. If I have to if I mess up and have to strip the paint, or if I have to uh, unglue some parts because I did it wrong, um, so be it. That's part of the hobby. Part of the hobby is learning, and you learn from mistakes. So I'm pretty good at that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to cut this short. I'm sorry, I just ramble on here, but yeah, I'm hoping to, as I start working up here more and more, is to set up the camera and just work. There's um, and just talk about whatever, and we'll see how that goes. If I get thumbs up on it, I'll continue it. If you guys don't like it, I'll stop it. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to try doing stuff like that. That way I can be productive on the thing. And if I have a question, I can say, hey, what do I do here? So that's the plan for me in the future here. Because I like doing these videos. That was a big learning curve, but I think I'm getting a little better at that too. So, okay. That's going to be it for me. I'm going to go edit this, which hopefully I won't have to do too much. Um, but I like changing things up once in a while on the opening or how I bring stuff in. So, all right. So that's it for me. Until next time. See ya.